Yo, what is going on guys? Alien ESP here, back in a video, and today I'm answering a question which a lot of people have been asking online. It also goes hand in hand with a statement which I've also seen a lot of people saying online, mainly on the Facebook groups. If I'm being honest, that's where you find most of this kind of stuff. Yeah, the question slash statement I'm going over in today's video is Pokemon too expensive to enjoy? And the statement being Pokemon is too expensive to enjoy. So yeah, in today's video I'm just going to go over my thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on this question is. So in the main video I'm just going to answer that question and then just say why and reasons maybe because it is too expensive to enjoy. But yeah, let's go right into it, baby. So yeah guys, as you did hear me say in the intro, today we are going over, is Pokemon too expensive to enjoy? I'm going to answer this question straight away. Personally, I think no. Why do I say this? Well, yeah, the card game is very expensive at the moment. It's hard to get your hands on everything, basically, modern sealed product. And if you're going for like vintage or older stuff, which is out of print, for example, XY sets and a lot of the early Sun and Moon sets, it will be quite hard to find, and if you do find it, it'll probably be quite high. An example of this being an Evolutions booster box, about £1,000, sometimes you get it just above 1,300. That's kind of the max I've seen, 1,300 being the max, and the lowest I've seen is 900 and a bit. That's one example, that's soared with this boom. One reason because it is Pokemon cards, and the other being similar to base set. So yeah, that's just like it. I don't think it is too expensive to enjoy, and the reasons why is because let's take first edition base set for example. That's what I think a lot of people in the hobby are looking at. It's what all the big players in the hobby, for example Logan Paul, it's what he's promoting, to be honest. We don't see Logan Paul going Shining Fates, he doesn't talk about modern sets, or realistically, he isn't really talking about any set other than first edition base set, because, that was the first set, and that is the rarest, most expensive, set in Pokemon, and it makes sense, that probably make him the most money. We've seen that, he's made loads and loads of money with first edition base. His box breaks and everything have been going insane, If you're paying on the first one at 11k for a pack, on the second 40 odd k, I think that was the average, I want to say. So yeah, but there are cheap. The reason why I say no to that question, because so far everything I've just said in this video is reason to think it is too expensive, is because, well, if we look at first edition base, maybe you don't have to go in at these high prices, you can find cheaper alternatives, for that. If you want PSA 10 first edition base set holographics, or essentially PSA 10 first editions, if you'll only settle for the English first edition in PSA 10, I'm sorry, that is going to be quite expensive. But what you can do is look at, I don't know, if you're going for PSA 10 first edition, maybe PSA 9 first edition, or I don't know, PSA 10 shadowless, PSA 9 shadowless, or unlimited. Or, other languages, Japanese, I'd say. I don't buy German base set. I don't buy any base set cards, I can't afford them. But if I was, I don't think I'd buy German. I think that, because that's another big one, German. A lot of people were opening that a while ago. But the two big ones I see are English, because English slash American. Because, bigger, I'd say those are the two biggest countries in Pokemon, outside from Japan, and Japan being my second choice, I'd say those are the two main languages people buy most Pokemon cards in. Let me know in the comments, what's your collection made out? At the current moment, all my cards are English, but I think I'm looking at some PSA Japanese cards, of older cards, because the English ones, those cards are just so expensive. I'm willing to settle for the Japanese, because the artwork's the same. It's not like I'm going to play it in a deck or something, or, put it in my binder, for a master set binder. It's a PSA card. The artwork and what I'm looking at is essentially the same. I'm not going to read the attacks of my PSA cards, It's the artwork what I'm in it for, and the condition, obviously. So yeah, if you can't afford PSA 8 first editions, go for the cheaper alternatives. PSA 9s, PSA 8s, PSA 7s, you've got your Shadowless, you've got your Unlimited, then you've got base set 2, some of the cards from in the original base set are in base set 2, for example, the Charizard. I know base set 2 isn't as popular, I believe the holo pattern is different. If you're like me and you just want that artwork, I'd say base set 2 kind of does work for you. Then you've also got evolutions. That I think a lot of people saw evolutions as a cheaper version kind of base set. It's not a reprint of base set by any means. A lot of the cards are different. In evolution, you've got reverse hollows and ultra rares such as the EXs, when in the original base set the best rarity was the holographic. Not only that, but in evolutions you can't get your Venusaur hollow or Blastoise hollow, which is a big shock, I think. Don't know why those two weren't included. Also, Mewtwo isn't holographic in evolutions. They should probably check. I don't know why they did. I don't know why I was going to say probably change it. They can't now. But yeah, those are just a few examples. It's the artwork at the end of the day, I'd say. Not only that, but Pokemon itself, you don't have to be in it for the card game. Let me explain that. Pokemon, the reason why it is what it is, the reason why it is the biggest media franchise in the world, is because it's got all these different outlets, Not only does it have the card game, it's also got the anime, which you can enjoy. The video games, which are huge, and I enjoyed them, and you could enjoy them. You've got the manga, and that's pretty popular now if you like to read your books. I don't read much personally, but I've read a few Pokemon mangas in my time. So yeah, there are other outlets, you don't have to enjoy Pokemon through the card game. The card game is probably my biggest connection to Pokemon, but whenever they release a new game, I do play it, the new Pokemon Snap, when that comes out, I'll probably play it. And with the remakes of Diamond and Pearl and Legends Arceus, I'll play them. If you guys want me to play it on the channel, let me know. I'll find a way to record my Switch and do that and post it if you guys do want to see me play those games. Or maybe some older games, maybe replay Sword and Shield for you guys. I'm sure a lot of you probably seen Sword and Shield, though, quite an old game. So yeah, you don't have to enjoy Pokemon through the card game. I get, you probably do, that's why you're here mainly. But there are other outlets. If you just enjoy Pokemon as a whole, spending loads and loads of money on Pokemon cards, it doesn't have to be the way you connect with Pokemon. The video games, I know a lot of the more recent video games, for example Sword and Shield, not every Pokemon is available in the Sword and Shield. I know a lot of people are outraged by that. And if your favourite Pokemon isn't in that game or isn't in a future game, that may be a turn off for you, which I understand, to be honest. Yeah, I think if my favourite Pokemon Espeon wasn't in a game, it wouldn't stop me from buying it. But I'd like to have that Pokemon on my team in the game, if you get what I mean. I'd still play it mainly because I love Pokemon, just for the IP itself. But yeah, so I get there are a few factors where you might not buy a game, for example, that. But there are other outlets, as I've said, you've got the anime, maybe try that, Try play the actual games on your Switch. If you've got a DS, there are a few games on there, but no new games are coming to the DS. And that's just not limited to Pokemon, unfortunately. I believe Nintendo have said no more games going to the DS. Just Switch, and they're doing a few mobile games. Then you do have mobile games. A lot of Pokemon's mobile games are made for the younger audience. Pokemon Smile and Pokemon Cafe Mix. You don't have to be a certain age group to play them, You can be a grown man playing Pokemon Smile, brushing your teeth. But I do believe for those games especially, the target demographic is on the younger spectrum of the children. So yeah, just to sum up, that's why I do believe Pokemon isn't too expensive to enjoy. You don't have to enjoy this brand, you don't have to enjoy this IP through the card game. It can be anything at the end of the day. If you don't enjoy them, then let me know in the comments why. I'm sure there is something in Pokemon, and like I said, you can you don't always have to go for the most expensive option of the thing you're collecting. You can go for that cheaper side, Normally modern is cheaper than vintage, I think there's still some cheap modern sets. Even Steam Siege went up in price, to be honest. That shocks me. Steam Siege, people say it's the worst set ever made, or one of them at least. Overprinted, I do believe, and the pull rate on it wasn't very good. And there are a few nice cards in it, don't get me wrong. But yeah, that's why I think a lot of people don't like Steam Siege, the pull rate and the amount it's printed. Maybe because people are a bit bored of it too. I believe it was the last XY set. Some people may have just been bored, let's start a new generation, let's get those GXs in. Because it was XY and Sun and Moon came after, and those introduced the GXs. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this question/statement. Do you think that Pokemon is too expensive to join? As I've said many times in this video, I'll say it again. Personally, I don't. If you don't like me, let me know. Do you agree with my point? If you've got any points where I didn't say in this video, please let me know in the comments. Always looking to expand my knowledge and opinion on Pokemon. And if you think it is too expensive to enjoy, let me know in the comments why as well. But yeah, that's all for me in today's video. I've been Alien ESP. You've been fantastic viewers, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.